What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. Now, you know we at the #1 place for these All-American recaps, but we know Spence is going through some things. That shoulder's messed up, and why? Because of Miss Tamia. But before we get into all that, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of this, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Wait a minute, hit the like button. It's 2021. Let's get that engagement up. Like, dislike, don't matter. It's all the same. Like I said last week, Spence figured out that Coop, she's the real reason for all of his problems. Now, we all know Coop's been sticking her nose and everything. Coop ain't got her grades up. Coop is just letting everybody down. But you know me, I'm not gonna hold you up. Let's jump into this and figure out what's going on. This is All-American, episode 5. Down, said, back out. Down goes Jordan. Now, we seen Jordan take this snap. He rolls out. He ends up getting hit hard. When he gets up, they got to walk him to the first aid kit. Now, you know, anytime they take you over to the first aid tent, it's ugly for you. Jordan just took a big hit. JJ's on the sideline. Hey, that's a cheap shot. That's a late hit. Coach like, JJ, what are you doing? Get in the game and lead the team. So if this is any indication, JJ's about to take that quarterback spot. He's about to try to lead Beverly Hills to a state championship. Well, until Jordan recovers from this injury. JJ's out there playing quarterback. Then we go down to Crenshaw, and guess what? They 0-2. For the first time in school history, these boys then lost back-to-back opening games. Billy, he's just frustrated. The offense, the defense, terrible. They got a dude in here, Cortez, he on his phone over there texting and stuff like, during, like, we just got beaten. You on your phone texting? Billy, he ain't having this. You know he about to have these boys running. And I told y'all, they need Darnell. That's the only way Crenshaw's going to be able to survive. They need Darnell at quarterback because Chris ain't going to cut it. They got Jordan in the tent. The doctor's like, he looks a little bit dizzy, so this looks like a concussion. Asher comes in here too. Hey, coach, we should run a trick play. We should do a hook and lateral. And Jordan's like, what? Coach said, hey, hush it, Jordan. Asher, are you sure? They just lost their second game. Spence is talking to Chris, and the boy Presto, he's all upset. Hey, Spence, keep my name out your mouth. I'm not talking to you. And then the quarterback coach comes over and talks to Chris like, hey, what are you doing? You're playing scared. You gonna play some real football? We're not gonna be able to win any games with you playing like this, jumping around. Who we think he is, Lamar Jackson? And you see Lamar Jackson can't win nothing. You can't play like that. Get in that pocket, make a clean, crisp pass. That's all we need from you, Chris. Darnell could get this right. Why can't you? Spence tries to talk to Chris in the hallway, but Chris is upset like, hey, look, I'm not going to look your way because you were out the whole first half with a shoulder cramp. Spence is saying, man, it was only the first quarter. And what Chris is trying to get at is, you need to fix your game before you can come and talk to me about my game. Now, I agree with Chris on that. Like, Spence, if you're not going to be playing, then you need to be worrying about yourself before you come worry about me. I'm a quarterback, you're a receiver. We're not the same, brother. But Chris, you do got to get better, though. Jordan's on a concussion protocol. They give Laura a list like, hey, if Jordan is getting any of these symptoms, then he's got a concussion. You need to let us know. But all of a sudden, we hear outside. Wait, JJ goes back. He throws it. Touchdown! Beverly Hills, touchdown! So we actually making plays out here while Jordan's in the tent. JJ's out here making it work, thanks to Asher. Asher's been watching the game just like Coach wanted him to, and he's analyzing and calling the right plays. But of course, Jordan comes out and sees this. He's happy at first, but then he's thinking, I might lose my spot to JJ? Miss Tamia, aka I can't get my grades up, Coop and Patience walk into the Crenshaw Cafe and they see Mo over there, and this just gets Coop all angry and riled up, talking about, oh, that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Patience is not, look on Instagram. She's doing good things for the community. She's reaching out and trying to help out anybody that needs a lawyer. She's going to do it pro bono, which means free. Then Coop starts to ask Patience about, hey, what's going on with your contract? Have we heard anything? And Mo actually overhears them and comes over and says, here's my card. If you need any help, I have experience with contracts. Coop gets the card and she's like, we don't need any of your help. We don't need none of that. So Coop is just messing things up. If someone's offering to help you with a contract for free, then you probably need to take that because lawyers cost a lot. Liv is walking and this girl Amber runs up on her like, hey, you remember me? I'm your sobriety sister. Now, she's also been sponsored by Leslie. And she's asking, hey, have you heard from Leslie? And Liv says, nah, last time I reached out to her, I haven't heard back from her. Now, she's like, hey, I don't know what you got going on, but I know at the last meeting, you didn't speak out. And at these meetings, if you've been to an AA meeting, they want you to talk about your experiences. Any struggle that you have, it's best to get it out, talk it out, so it doesn't just build up on you, which will drive you back to drinking. But Liv is like, nah, I don't have anything to say, but thank you. You have a nice day, and walk off. She's back on that bottle, y'all. Coach Billy got Chris out there practicing on the weekends, and he's out there making passes. Coach is sacking him. Okay, he made the complete pass. So Billy tells Chris, hey, if you play this good, we ain't got to worry about no more weekend practices. But he also walks off with Chris, and he's asking him, man, look, if you're hurt or shook up, let me know. And Chris just explains to him, man, the game is different. I'm not really feeling it like I used to. It's just coming to him. But Billy's like, all right, we just got to get you back on the right focus so you can be out there and you can actually make these passes so we can try to win. Because I'm not trying to go 0-10 this year. I'm trying to win state, baby. Spence actually talks with his therapist and reads off what he felt. He says that he didn't take a bullet for Liv. He felt like he took the bullet for Coop. And the therapist is telling him, that's who you took the bullet for. That's the reason all of this is flaring up in your head. All this is on your mind. You need to come clean with Coop and tell her exactly how you feel. This makes Spence say, oh man, I'm trying to save the school. We 0-2. I'm trying to win the championship. I'm trying to protect Coop. And the therapist says that's the problem. You trying to protect Coop is just hurting you. You tried to protect her, and that's how you got a bullet in your arm. You have to come clean with her and tell her this is how you feel, and this is why you feel that way. That's the only way that you can protect Coop, is to let her know that you feel this way about her. Spence and Layla on the phone, and they're talking about the contract between her and her dad, and Layla's like, we're just gonna let the lawyers handle that. We haven't really spoke. And then Spence tells her exactly what the doctor told him. Sometimes you need to talk directly to that person, and then you will be able to hash things out. Now we just need Spence to use those words and go talk to Coop and tell her, hey, you're the reason I got shot. It's Liv's big day. She's down here lying to Miss Baker. It's 18 months of being sober. So Laura wanted to let her know we all remember and we just want to celebrate. We got bagels, we got juice, but Liv is tiptoeing around it because we know that she took a drink. And she's just trying to tell her mom, oh, I go to closed meetings now. We don't really worry about that 18 months. And she walked out the house. Oh man, this family is very, very dysfunctional. Coach ain't having it. Jordan's in here lying, talking about, yeah, Coach, I meet the protocols this weekend and I feel fine. Coach is like, nope, I don't want to hear none of that. JJ is our QB1. That's who we're going with until you're good to go. No practice and no games. Now Jordan's just looking lost again. Spence sees Coop in the hallway and he turns around because he can't deal with that yet. Billy runs into him and he asks him about Chris and he wants to know, hey, can you talk to Chris? Because he's not playing the game like he should be playing. I need you to talk to him. And Spence explains, me and him, we're on a rocky path right now. And Billy tells him, look, we can't go 0-3 and then try to make the playoffs. That's going to be the toughest thing ever. And as a coach, my job is to make plays and move people around. So if I got to move Chris from that QB1, so be it. Spence asks, well, what about me? And Billy says, look, if you're doing everything you can and that shoulder ain't working, I got to do what I got to do. We're trying to win here. This is my job. If this isn't the softest group of football players I've ever seen, bruh. Spence goes and talks to Chris and he's like, look, Chris, I can help you out, man. Coach is thinking about benching you. But you got to tell me what's going on. This fool, Chris, says, you know, every time I'm on that field, I always think about the last game I played where you hit me and put me on a stretcher. So whenever I look at those lights and I'm playing and I know you're on my team, I always think about that. Man, that was a whole season ago. If you don't get that out your head so we can win these damn games, hey, this dude, Chris, where's Darnell at? We all want Darnell to be QB1. Come on, man. Laura calls up Billy and asks him, does he think that Liv is back on drugs? Billy, of course, says no, and he also doesn't think that she's drinking again. Now, Laura, being the lawyer that she is, she tells Billy, I have her brush here. I could take some of her hair, send it off to a toxicology to see if she's using any drugs or any liquor. And Billy's like, don't do that. That's gonna violate the trust that you have with your daughter. That's some rich white people stuff. We don't do that. Just ask her, hey, are you using? It's just that simple. Spence has an idea to make Chris comfortable. He tells Billy we should do max protection. This way, if there's no blitz, Chris will feel comfortable back there. Billy's like, max protection, less firepower. No, you just put 6 people on the line, put a tight end there, and you still have 3 receivers. You could even do 2 tight ends and have 2 receivers and a running back. You still have enough firepower. Come on, Billy, make it work. You the coach. You been in the NFL. Make it work. I tell you, these kids, they on some other things now. Asher's in here thinking he's a coach now. Liv is studying for a test tomorrow. Jordan's in the kitchen tripping, talking about, look at Asher trying to give my job away to JJ. And Asher's like, nah, I'm just trying to make sure the team wins. Jordan says, I'm going D1. I need every snap. And I don't need to be taking advice from Asher. Oh, what's the right way, Asher? Using steroids or give him the playbook? You know what? I'm out of here, guys. These kids are very, very privileged, and I don't see any kids really living like this unless they have rich parents, which they obviously do. With everything going on with the little contract dispute between Layla and her dad, Patience is trying to tell her, hey, back off. You know, I seen you and your dad. You guys were so happy with all this stuff. I'll figure this out on my own. You guys go ahead and go on your date. She looks over, and of course, Mo is still up in the cafe, helping out people, doing her due diligence, helping people out, trying to make sure the community's good. And I think Patience is actually going to go over there and say, hey, I need you to do this little contract for me, and I'm going to move Layla out the way because that's her dad. That'd probably be the best way to go. Jordan's sitting in now. He has the concussion protocol, so he's going to be out for a while. He's listening to Billy and the quarterback coach talk about when the quarterback coach was actually having concussions in the NFL, but he was trying to avoid telling anybody and trying to cover it up. And they're telling Jordan, don't do that because it's going to hurt you in the long run. You need to just sit it out and wait it out and then come back healthy because CTE is nothing to play with. Patience ain't playing around. She actually goes over to Mo and says, I have to ask you a question. If you're trying to get revenge on Coop, because she's my ride or die, then I got something for you. You don't know what I'm capable of. And Mo said, hey, we on the same page. I don't want no problems, little mama. Now, what's the question? You know what I'm saying? What's the question? Let's get this money. I want to get about this contract. Liv and Billy just checking out on his daughter, you know. I just want to make sure everything's all right. So Liv starts to say, well, all of this is really just coming from last year. I thought you guys forgot about me, and now it seems like the relationship between you and mom is even rockier than what it was. I don't want it to be uncomfortable for you. And Billy's like, listen, me and your mom, we're going to be all right. But my main focus is to make sure that you're good and finally get you a good breakfast because you didn't eat that bagel, I heard. What do I always say? If you sit down and talk it out, you can always come to a resolution so much easier. Jordan goes over and talks to Asher and tells him, you know, I'm sorry about the other night, man. I was really tripping. And Asher, he says, man, it's all right. I deserved it. Jordan tells him, nah, you paid enough for everything you done. And actually, Coach hears that and says, Jordan, you passed concussion protocol. And guess what, Asher? Catch. You're suiting up tonight. Get ready. Now, she should have told Asher this earlier because she said it's only a few hours before the game, so study that playbook. He should have already known this. You should have known his suspension was going to be up going into game 3, Coach. Come on, you're slacking out here. Now, all of a sudden, Amber just became best friends with Liv. She's pulling up at the house and she's asking Liv, are you using again? You can ask me. I'm just trying to help. Liv says, no, I'm not on no pills or anything no more. I do drink from here and there, but that's it. I'm not on pills. Amber says, I'm an addict too, man. You know, I was just like you, so I know you want to tell the truth, but you shouldn't be drinking either because that's just a gateway. You start drinking, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm using this to cope for not using drugs, but then you're gonna get back into using the drugs. She needs to put down the alcohol, needs to go back to these meetings. That's the best thing for Liv to do right now. Another situation handled by talking it out. We come to a resolution. Spence comes in and Chris is outraged. Oh man, we turned the playbook upside for max protection. I didn't call for this. And Spence tells him, look, we're only getting this max protection so you can be comfortable back there. It's not to babysit you. We're just looking out for you and the team because we want to win. And even Presto looks over and says, yeah, man, we got your back. Billy comes in and say, boy, what the hell are y'all trying to play football? Get on that field. Y'all got time to be playing this. Get outside, y'all. We trying to win. Now, we done got all this max protection out there. These boys ain't moving the ball at all. It's 4th down. Coach, punt team. We did all this talking before the game, and y'all ain't even out here performing like y'all supposed to be performing. I told y'all gonna be running that practice. That's what y'all gonna be doing. Let me get my Coop face real quick for what I'm about to tell y'all. Patience comes and tells her, hey, JP let me out of my contract. Coop is, oh yeah, good. Layla worked her magic. And Patience says, no, actually she did it. And now Coop is, oh, Momo, you worked with her? And Patience breaks it down for her. She got me out the contract. I don't owe her anything. I didn't sign anything. You need to get rid of this fake grudge. All she did when she came back was get me out my contract, found Spencer's killer, and she's helping people. What is wrong with you, Coop? You can either come with me and we can make music, or I'm going to do my own thing, bro. Coop, you tripping, man. Oh man, it's a miracle in Crenshaw. We were down 17-0. Spence, oh, my arm hurts. Coach, let me run it up the middle. They get out there. Chris looks at it. He audibles. He throws the ball. They get the first down. Spence and him are walking. Oh, man, we're doing it, man. You left it all out there on the line for me, so I'm going to do the same for y'all. These boys, they put together a run. I'm talking about 35 unanswered points. We're up 35-17. We win the ball game. We are 1-2. Chris is back. Chris and Spence, oh, they are back, baby. Darnell, we might not need you. Laura comes home with the results from the test from the hair samples. Now, she comes in and she tells Liv, I trust you now, I really do, so I'm not going to open it because I believe you. Now, they open it up and all of the drugs are negative, but alcohol was not tested, and we know that's what Liv is back on. She's on that drink right now. She ain't popping the pills, she on that drink. And now she's just feeling guilty because Laura says, oh, I can trust you, but Liv still hasn't came clean that it's not drugs that I'm on now, Mom. I'm an alcoholic. Now Liv is feeling guilty. She's about to throw out all her liquor, and guess who pops up? Jordan comes in and kicks her out the bathroom, and then you hear him throwing up. He still has a concussion. Tonight must have roughed him up a little bit because, hey, nausea, shouldn't been out there playing, bro. Spence finally took what the doctor told him. He sits down with Coop, and he's telling her, look, you're the reason all of this happened to me. I told you not to be involved with Sean. I told you not to get involved with Preach. I told you not to do the things with Tyrone. But all this is on you. And now Coop, not holding herself accountable, she's like, all this on me? You told me it wasn't. Coop, all of this is because of you. Everything that goes bad in Crenshaw has your name written all over it. Tamia Cooper, a.k.a. Coop. And for Spence, he finally got it off his chest. So now I'm hoping that this is going to actually help him out and make his shoulder feel 10 times better so we can go win state for Crenshaw, y'all. All right, there you go. Episode 5. Let me know what you think below. Do y'all think all of this is because of Coop? I definitely think it is. But hey, thanks for watching. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that like button. Hey, and be here for next week. We coming back episode 6 of All American. I'm MoedotJ. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.